name is Cameron, and welcome back to my channel, Which Way to Wicked, where we talk about all things love, light, and especially tarot. So guys, today we are going to be finding out what will you be famous for and what will your legacy be. So if that sounds as fabulous to you as it does to me, then let's go ahead and take a look at your group picks, shall we? So for group number 1, we have this beautiful amethyst crystal coming through. For group number 2, we have this hematite quartz crystal making an appearance. And last but not least, for group number 3, we have this lovely clear quartz crystal as well. It's so gorgeous, isn't it? But anyways, you guys, I want you to go ahead and take a very big, deep breath in. And now I want you to please let it out. And now I want you to close your eyes. And as you close your eyes, I want you to think about what you are going to be famous for, what people will know you and remember you as, and I want you to think about what your legacy will be. Now, whenever you feel ready, please open your eyes, and whichever crystal your eyes lands on first, then that, my dear, is going to be the reading for you today. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at your reading today, okay? Hello, group 1. So if you felt called to this gorgeous amethyst crystal today, then hey, hello, how are you? And welcome to this fabulous reading today. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and just place this off to the side like so, and let's start shuffling through your cards. Oh, and I do want to say, I feel called to talk about this. So this crystal, the amethyst crystal, this talks about your intuition. It talks about psychic abilities. So for some of you guys, y'all honestly might be known for your psychic abilities, for your intuition. You could definitely be someone that has that type of sixth sense. And I definitely think that you're someone who just has those like gut feelings about people, about situations, and people pick up on that. And so for some of you guys, you might end up becoming famous for that. You might end up becoming like a tarot reader on YouTube, or maybe you'll just get so famous that you might have your own TV show or something like that. But that's very interesting. Maybe you're very artistic and you might use that to create tarot decks and oracle decks and things like that. Or maybe you might start your own business that relates to the spiritual side of things. But yeah, that's very cool. That's just something that I felt called to discuss with you guys. But guys, I do want to let you guys know that if you do happen to like this reading at all, I just have to plug in my channel. Please give this video a big like and maybe even subscribe for more videos like so, because I love creating videos like this and I love you guys so much, and the support just means so much to me. But anyways, you guys, let's go ahead and start shuffling through your cards. So Spirit, for group 1, can we get some messages, please? For group 1, what will they be famous for? Will you please give us some messages, please? What will they be famous for? What will group number 1 be famous for, Spirit? Let's see what wants to come through. Let's take that one. This is a new deck that I'm working with, and so I feel like these cards, like, they still kind of stick together, and so I'm kind of just pulling them out one at a time because they don't really want to fly out as much. So that's why I'm doing that. Alrighty, so for the back of the deck energy, we have the 7 of Swords coming through. Now for your other cards, we have the 5 of Cups. We have the Fool making an appearance. That's a beautiful card to receive. And then last but not least, we have Judgment. Okay, so with the Judgment card coming through, that does make me think of Virgo energy. With the Fool, that does tap into that lovely Aquarius energy as well. I do think it also talks a little bit about Virgo energy again, which is interesting. And so, yeah, you could be one of those signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. But guys, just talking about these cards that are coming through, I am definitely getting this idea that you are really in touch with the divine. And just so you know, someone just started mowing outside my window, so if you can hear that, I'm sorry. Just let it go, let it flow. Let's continue on with this reading. But yeah, I definitely think that you're very in touch with the divine. I think that you are someone who might even be able to communicate with the dead. Maybe you have a really strong spirit guide that is like on your side here. But I'm just getting this idea that you are very much in touch with the divine. And so, again, I think that you might be someone who is like a mouthpiece for the divine, or you could be someone who likes to do tarot readings or things like that. So I'm just picking up on a lot of psychic abilities. So yeah, I definitely think that could be something that you're going to be known for. And I think that you are going to build such a following based on the readings that you do, or based on seances that you might have, or things like that. But I do think that you could definitely have some strong spirit guides on your side. You could have a strong spiritual team that is working for you. And so no matter what, I think that everything is going to be okay for you, even whenever you go through harder times, because you have so many spirits that you can't see that are there for you, that are rooting for you, and they're trying to help you and work behind the curtains and behind the scenes so that you can have a great life. And I do think that because of that good energy that you're getting from beyond, they are going to help you a lot. And so with the Fool card coming through, this makes me think about someone who is happy, who is honestly like a light. Because if you look at this card is in black and white, and right there in the background you can see that there's the sun peeking through the darkness, peeking through the clouds. And so yeah, I think that your legacy is going to be that you are going to be someone who is going to use your psychic abilities, your intuition, to help others and to be a guiding force for others. And I just think that that is so beautiful to see. Guys, literally my freaking hair tie broke. That sucks. I don't know if y'all can see that, but yeah, I just think that you're going to be a guiding light to others, and you could use your powers to help people. And going off of that, even if you are someone who you're watching this and you're not that spiritual, maybe you feel like you don't have the biggest psychic abilities, again, I just think that you have these gut feelings, and you always listen to your heart and to your gut, and I think that you are going to use those innate abilities to help others. So for some of you guys, you might decide to go into like detective work, you might decide to become like a lawyer, things like that. I just feel like you're going to want to help others. You're going to want to help others as much as you can, and you want to be there for people who are going through harder moments. So you might even feel like you want to be a social worker as well. And whatever it is you decide to do, I think that you are going to become very famous for that, for your work. So let's say you're a detective. I think that you could end up doing such great detective work that maybe you might get recognized by the President of the United States, or you might get recognized by your really big like higher ups in the detective force or whatnot. I could see you getting awards and getting badges for just how incredible you're doing, and I just think that that's so amazing. And yeah, again, with the Five of Cups coming through, this talks about people being upset. This talks about people feeling like they have nothing that can bring them joy or bring them happiness, and I think that is when you are going to come in. You are going to be that shining light to others. You are going to bring people a smile whenever they just want to be sad and cry and be upset. Again, I'm just getting so I'm just thinking so much of like a spiritual advisor. I think for a lot of you, you could be some type of spiritual advisor. So again, a tarot reader, or maybe you are going to end up being a psychic that works with the dead to deliver answers to people who need them. Okay. But I really see you using your psychic abilities or your intuition to help people who are feeling so upset, who are just feeling so sad and lonely. And I think that you're going to use that to make them happy. And this is definitely going to be something that is going to make you so famous. It's going to be something that is just going to be so incredible. And the way that you do your job, the way that you help others, it's going to be so inspiring. And so your legacy is going to be one of love, of hope, of inspiration. You're going to be an inspiration to other people, group 1. And I think that that is so, so beautiful. So let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle cards. Sorry guys, I was touching my hair because I was trying to make sure my hair didn't get messed up, even though my little hair tie broke. I can't believe it broke like that. But let's get some extra messages for group 1, please, Spirit. Yeah, that makes so much sense. Let's see what else wants to come through for group 1. What are they going to be famous for, Spirit? What is their legacy going to be? Oh, okay. We have extra cards coming through. Okay. Those cards were stuck together. Alrighty, you guys. So, excuse me. We have the Chalice Well coming through, and there are like keywords on the side, and the keywords are Sanctuary, Creative Force, Mother Earth, and Flow. We have Vampire with the Emotional Drainer message. Saboteur, and it says highlights your fear of self-empowerment and the changes it would bring to your life. And then we have Engineer, and it says an ability to give creative energy a practical expression, a talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. So again, you guys, I think that you are going to take people who are feeling as though their happiness is being sabotaged, and you're going to take these people who are upset, who are very sad, who might even feel as though they are in like these toxic connections with other people, and you're going to help them. You're going to give them a sanctuary. And so what I mean by that is, again, you could end up being like some type of detective or a lawyer, and maybe you are going to help people who are being taken advantage of in their marriage or in their businesses or things like that. They might be taken advantage of by their partners or by their spouses or the people who they are working with. Maybe they are being really cruel to them. They could be in abusive relationships, and you are going to help be a sanctuary to them, a literal sanctuary. You are going to help them and come up with these creative solutions that not just anyone can come up with, right? And how are you going to come up with these creative solutions to the problems that they are going through? Well, it's going to be by you listening to your gut. It's going to be by you listening to your intuition, or maybe even doing like some type of tarot reading or some type of seance so you can talk to the dead. And I see you like getting answers, the answers that you need to help them. And so, yeah, you could be, again, a lawyer or a detective, or you could simply be a tarot reader, a very, very famous tarot reader who a lot of people are going to come to for guidance. And maybe people are going to be coming towards you whenever they are going through abusive relationships or harder times at their job. Whenever they feel as though they are being betrayed by people, they are going to come to you, and you are going to be someone they can trust. You are going to be someone they can receive guidance from. And so at the end of the day, you being that beacon of hope and light to so many people, that is going to be your legacy. That is going to be your legacy, group 1. And I just think that that is so incredibly amazing. You are just going to make people feel so much more lighter. You're going to make them feel like they can do anything again. And I just think that the hope that you give people is going to be absolutely awe-inspiring. It's going to be beautiful. you are just going to be there for people when they need someone. You're going to be in their corner, and you're going to give them the help that they need, the hope that they need, the love that they need. And I just think that that is the most amazing thing ever. So yes, you guys, that is going to be what you become famous for, and that is going to be your legacy. So if you like this reading, please make sure to give me a really big like as well. Please subscribe to this video, and yeah, I love you all so much, and I'll see you next time, okay? Mwah. Bye, guys. Hello, group 2. So if you felt called to this gorgeous hematite crystal today, then hey, hello, how are y'all? And welcome to this fabulous side of TarotTube. So guys, before we go ahead and get into your tarot reading today, I do want to talk just a little bit, a teensy bit about the hematite crystal. So this crystal is all about grounding and stability and security. It talks about clearing out negative energy, and so I think that part of your legacy is going to be of you being some type of cleaner. And what I mean by that is more of a cleaner in an emotional sense, a cleaner in a spiritual sense. You are going to be someone who is very dependable to others. You're going to be someone who makes people feel more grounded. You're going to make them feel safe and secure, and so you are just going to be a source of stability to others. And I just think that that is so incredible to see. And I just think that you are also going to be known as someone who, whenever times get tough, whenever you are going through rough patches, you are going to be able to just feel, you're going to be someone who people can rely on. You're going to be someone who can go through these harder times and still have faith and hope that everything is going to be okay. And people love that about you. And so I feel like whenever they are going through harder times, whenever they are going through chaotic moments, they always come to you because your stability that you have within your own self is going to make them feel like they are stable as well. So you are just someone who gives people a solid footing. You make them feel like the world is not shaking on its axis, and you just make them feel safe. And I think that that is really beautiful. So that is definitely going to be part of your legacy. But anyways, you guys, let's go ahead and start shuffling through your cards. And I do have to go ahead and just give my channel a bit of a plug. So if you do happen to like this reading at any point in time, then please make sure to give me a really big like on this video, and to maybe even consider subscribing, because I make videos like this all the time and I would love to be able to hang out with you some more. But anyways, let's go ahead and start shuffling through your cards. So Spirit, for group 2, can we have some messages, please? For group 2, what are they going to be famous for? What are they going to be known for? What will their legacy be to others, Spirit, for group 2? Can we get some messages, please? There we go. Let's see what else wants to come through for group 2. Can we get some messages, please? Then one more card. One more card. There we go. Okay, so there's 2 cards that are like stuck together. I'm just going to take the one that was looking at me right here and put the other one back down like that. But anyways, you guys, let's take a look at this back of the deck energy. So we have the 3 of Wands coming through, which is quite lovely. We have the 5 of Swords. Interesting. We have the Tower. Yes! And then we also have the King of Pentacles. So with the King of Pentacles coming through, this does talk about Earth energy. So you could be an Earth sign, Sun, Moon, Rising, or in Venus. And that does talk about Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Okay, so you could be one of those signs. With the Tower card coming through, this does talk about Scorpio energy and a bit of Aries energy as well. So you could be one of those signs too. And then, yeah, I mentioned before how we had the 5 of Swords, right? So that's there. That's there. But anyways, you guys, talking more about these cards. I mean, literally, what was I saying? What was I saying about how people feel like they can rely on you no matter what? How even whenever they are going through the craziest of moments, you are there to give them that stability, to give them that assurance that everything is going to be okay. Well, we literally have the Tower card coming through. And guys, I hope you know, if you've been watching a lot of readings, you know that the Tower card is one of the cards that nobody ever wants to see in a reading, because a lot of the times Tower cards, Tower moments, this talks about going through something, a really big change that you never wanted to go through. Whenever you have a Tower moment in your life take place, that could sometimes talk about losing your job. It could talk about finding out you're being cheated on. It can talk about, I don't know, losing a large sum of money or having a death in the family. Like, the Tower moment is no joke, guys. It is no freaking joke. And so for this card to come through, I just think that, again, you are going to be known for, and you're going to be famous for, being someone who can not just go through your Tower moments, but you are also someone who will be there for other people's Tower moments. And you are just someone who can handle chaos so well. You are someone who can make anyone feel like everything is going to be okay. And the reason why you are able to make people feel okay is because of your energy, because of your presence, your whole vibe, babe. Like, you are just someone who is very calm and very level-headed. I don't think that you are someone who gets angry really easily, or if you do, if you are an emotional person, I don't think that you show it all too much to other people. I think that you are able to really handle that stuff a lot, and if you were to get very upset, you would not let your emotions rule over you, per se. So I just think that because of that, people feel like, again, they can come to you whenever they are going through harder times as well, and they feel like you will just make them, again, feel like it's not that bad. You are someone who will help them out and kind of organize their chaos, and so people really appreciate that about you, and they love that about you. For some of you guys, you may become famous for being a very famous psychologist or psychiatrist or whatnot. Or I guess I was thinking more of a therapist, right? You would make a great therapist. The reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of people go through therapy whenever they are going through these Tower moments. Whenever they go through traumatic times, they realize, like, it's time, I need to go talk to someone. So you could be someone who ends up being a therapist, or you could currently be a therapist. You could be someone who is interested in being a social worker, because social workers, they always throw themselves in the meat of things and the thick of it. There's social workers who deal with the child services, and sometimes they are the ones that go in there into these homes where they feel like children are being abused, and they will go and rescue them. They will rescue these children and make them, these sweet abused children, they will make them feel like everything is going to be okay. They will be there for them, okay? For some of you guys, you could honestly, maybe you could be like in the military somehow, because I am just thinking of war. I don't know why, but this card is making me think of war. So maybe somehow you're in the military, and you could honestly be like a therapist within the military, or you could be like a pastor in the military. I just feel like, or even like a nurse in the military, or maybe you're just a soldier yourself, and people just feel like, other soldiers feel like they can come to you and talk to you, and that you will help them deal with the things that they see every day, deal with maybe even some PTSD symptoms. But yeah, you guys, I just think that that is so amazing. You could even be a doctor. I'm also seeing a doctor, but yeah, I just think that you are someone, again, who people come to for help. And so yeah, with the King of Pentacles card coming through, I definitely think that whatever it is you decide to do, I think that you're going to be very, very successful. You're going to have a legacy of success. That success isn't going to be one that comes overnight. It's going to be one that comes after a long, long, long period of putting in the hard work. Because whenever I see the King of Pentacles, the Pentacles talks about slow moving energy. Because think of earth energy, right? And like I said, the Pentacles is synonymous with earth energy. Think of the earth. A tree does not grow overnight. It takes years for a tree to grow. But once they do, once they build those that solid foundation, once their tree takes root and it's fully like bloomed, is that the right way to say it? Fully grown, nothing can get them down. Nothing can get them down. They're gonna be there for years and years and years. For generations to come, that tree will be there. And it will be a symbol of prosperity. It will be a symbol of hope and of strength, because that tree will be able to withstand anything. It will be able to withstand so many storms and so many things that might happen. My brain is not braining right now, you guys. I'm sorry. I don't know if you can tell, but I cannot talk that well. I'm not communicating great. Maybe my throat chakra needs to be balanced or something. But anyways, you guys, yeah, I just think that your success is not going to come overnight. It's going to be one that takes time, but once you do gain that success, it's going to be hard won, and you're going to be just a really big success story to other people, and people are going to look up to you and be inspired by how hard you work to get to where you are now. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing so far. Let's go ahead and move these cards up. I know I didn't talk much about the Five of Swords, but I kind of incorporated that with the Tower, because the Five of Swords just talks about people feeling upset. It could even talk about people having a bit of a victim mentality or feeling like they are a victim. And again, I just think that you are someone who will help people whenever they are going through really hard times, whenever they are really on the struggle bus. And so that's kind of how I related it to that card. But let's go ahead and take a look at your oracle messages, okay? So Spirit, for group 1, can we get some messages for, excuse me, did I say group 1? I'm sorry about that, you guys, pardon me. For group 2, can we get some messages, please? What will they be known for? Oh my goodness, that's kind of crazy. Sorry, you guys. I keep on like looking at the viewfinder because I'm trying to make sure my hair isn't messed up, because earlier my little hair tie broke in my hair, and so I'm trying to make sure it's like staying up and not drooping or anything. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, we have yes coming through with the Ouija card. The Ouija. We also have the Lady of Charlotte, and there are like keywords here on the sides, and I'm just gonna read it off for y'all. We have love, idealism, illusion, and victim. You guys, literally, that's so weird, because I was telling you guys how this card talks about having a bit of a victim mentality, feeling like you're a victim, and that's one of the keywords here. Like, that's crazy. That's cool. We also have the dilettante coming through, and it says delights in the arts without having to be a professional, alerts you to the danger of becoming superficial in your pursuits. Okay, you guys. So, again, I think that you're going to be known and remembered as someone who helps people who are feeling as though their life is in shambles. You are someone who helps them, you give them stability, you ground them, and you make them feel like everything is going to be okay. You are someone who turns these people's no's into yeses. You make them think like, yes, I'm gonna be okay. Yes, I can get through this. Yes, I can do this. And I honestly think that that is your own mentality as well. I think that you are someone who has a great positive attitude and outlook on life, and that is going to be something that is very beneficial for you and for your future. Because again, I think that you yourself can go through so many tower moments and still find a reason to smile and still be able to look at your future and see that light at the end of the tunnel. And that will help you so much, because no matter what difficult times you go through as you try to go after your goals in life, you will never give up. You will keep on working. You'll be able to withstand any storm, and like a tree, you will grow, and you will be a symbol of prosperity, of success, of strength. That is your legacy. One of prosperity, of success, of strength. And again, with the dilettante coming through, talking about this card, I also think that you are someone who is able to have fun and even laugh at yourself sometimes. I think that you don't mind being silly and doing silly things, and I just think that that adds on to just your whole awesome personality. I think I think that people, they don't just want to hang out with you whenever they're going through harder times, okay? People don't just feel drawn to you whenever they are going through their darkest moments. Like, no, they want to just hang out with you because you're actually fun. You are someone who is serious about your goals and about the achievements that you want to have in life, but you are also someone who can be silly and who can laugh things off and have a good time. And so people are really drawn to that, and they really like that side to you and to your personality. And I just think that at the end of the day, you are going to be famous for being someone that people can rely on, for being someone who can provide stability for people who feel as though they have no stability at all. And not only will you be someone who brings people security, a sense of security, but you will also bring them laughter and joy as you crack jokes at yourself and as you do silly things, like maybe try to do like a stand-up comedy or like a stand-up act, or do some silly dancing, or just something to lighten the mood. People love that about you, group 2. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a really big like and to subscribe to my channel, because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TarotTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have an incredible rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye, guys. Hello, group 3. So if you felt called to this beautiful clear quartz crystal today, then hey, hello my little love bugs, and welcome to this fabulous set of TarotTube. So guys, before we get into the tarot for this reading today, before we get into that, let's talk about this crystal a little bit. So I think the reason why you felt drawn to this crystal is because the clear quartz talks about a clearing out of negative energy. A lot of the times it makes me think about someone who is very positive and who is able to always have a smile on their face even whenever they go through difficult moments. And so I think what you are going to be remembered as, group 3, is a ray of sunshine. I think that people are going to see you as a light. They're going to see you as someone who is very positive and who is able to see the magic in the world. I just think that you're a very happy person. You're a very joyful person, and that is definitely going to be something that really benefits you in your life, because I think that a lot of people are going to want to hang out with you because you're so happy and so sweet. A lot of people love to be by you because you bring them a sense of joy. You make them feel like they're just lighter, right? You make them feel as though they're walking on air. And I also think this will benefit you when it comes to your work and your finances, because I think that you have this amazing ability to go through difficult times and to not give up or throw in the towel, because no matter what struggle you go through, you will always be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. You will always be someone who is able to see the brighter side of every single situation. And I definitely think that that is going to help you as you keep on working, as you slowly but surely accomplish your goals, because you're not going to give up. There are so many people that are just negative Nellies, and because they're so negative, when they go through harder times, they just say like, yeah, that's it. I can't go through this. I can't deal with this. I'm not strong enough for this. And they give up. But you're not like that, group 3. You're the exact opposite. You can go through harder times and you can say, yeah, this moment I'm going through is very hard. It's very tough. But I know that things will get better, and I will keep on working to get to that better side of things. So I think that that's really cool, you guys. That's really, really cool. Honestly, this is making me think of I'm kind of thinking of social media. So for some of you guys, you might end up being very famous on social media. You might have a very large social media platform, and if you don't have it now, then that could definitely be a big possibility for you in the future. I'm kind of thinking of like Mr. Beast. You know how Mr. Beast, he is someone who, yeah, it took a long time for him to become famous on YouTube, but now that he is so famous, he uses his fame, he uses his money to help donate to a lot of people, to a lot of charities, and he is just someone who is such a positive force. He makes people so happy, and so I don't know why, but I'm thinking about that. And so for some of you guys, you might end up becoming a famous YouTuber and using your fame to help others and to bring joy to others, and I think that that's so sweet. But let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say. So Spirit, for group 3, can we get some messages, please? What will my group 3 folks be famous for? What will their legacy be, Spirit? Okay. Let's see what else wants to come through. One more card. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, this is interesting. So we have the 8 of Wands coming through. We also have the 4 of Cups. And we have the 6 of Swords. And then last but not least, for the back of the deck energy, we have the 4 of Swords. Alrighty, you guys. So right away, I am getting the idea that you are someone who is constantly moving. In every sense of the word, you're constantly moving. So what I mean by that is I think that with the 8 of Wands coming through, you're someone who is always on the go, on the go, on the go. I think that your mind moves like 20 miles per minute. You're always thinking about what you want to do and what you're going to do next, right? What's coming towards you next. You're just always thinking about the next big thing. And for some of you guys, honestly, you might be a little ADD. Is that the right word? Attention deficit. Yeah, you might have a little bit of ADD or something like that, because I'm just getting the idea that you have a lot of adrenaline. You have a lot of energy. Maybe you just drink a lot of coffee. But yeah, I think that you're always moving. You don't like to sit down for long periods of time. And so, honestly, for some of you guys, you might be athletic. You might be in sports. And so you might end up becoming famous for being like a famous sports star or something like that. Maybe you're a track star, or maybe you're into racing. I could honestly see you get the vibe that you are someone who likes to race on the track, so you might become like a NASCAR racer or something like that. Or I'm even getting like an astronaut. I just think that you are someone who constantly likes to move, and I think that you do like to travel as well. That's what I'm picking up on with the 6 of Swords coming through, because if you look at this woman, you can see that she's literally moving. She's going somewhere. She's on a ship, or it's not a ship. Well, it's like a boat. It's a little boat. She's on a boat, and she's like going to a new destination. And so yeah, whenever I said that you are someone who is constantly moving, I meant that in the truest form. I think that you are someone who has itchy feet, and I do think that you are someone who likes to travel. So for some of you guys, you might even be like a flight attendant or something like that. But yeah, I'm just getting this idea that you don't like to be in one place for long, and you have a lot of adrenaline, you have a lot of energy, and you just have to put that to use. You don't like sitting down. I mean, literally, look at this chick here. She's sitting down, and look how upset she looks. She looks angry because she's in one place, and I don't know, it looks like she's upset about that, right? She doesn't want to just be sitting down. She wants to get up. She wants to move around, stretch her feet. So yeah, what are you going to be famous for? I think that you could end up becoming, again, a famous athlete. You may end up becoming an astronaut. Maybe you are someone who might end up becoming famous on YouTube for doing like travel vlogs or things like that. Maybe you travel a lot. You could end up being a famous like flight attendant on YouTube. I know that there's like a niche for flight attendants on YouTube. A lot of people like to watch those like 24-hour I'm in another place video. Hopefully y'all know what I'm talking about, but there's videos that flight attendants post on YouTube where they say like, oh, I spend 24 hours in Spain, or I spend 24 hours in England today, and it's while they are stopped, like while they make like a pit stop from their flight, they have like a layover or whatever. But yeah, I'm just getting the idea that you are someone who does not like to sit down for long periods of time. You have a lot of energy. And I do think that you're a very great communicator as well, because the Eight of Wands is the card of communication. So maybe for some of you guys, you might end up blogging a lot, or writing about the adventures that you go on, or maybe your mind, like maybe you don't just like going places physically, you may like going places mentally, going to other worlds mentally. Okay, so what I mean by that is maybe you might end up becoming a very famous writer because you're constantly, you might be sitting in a coffee shop, but in your head, you're in some other alternate universe that you are currently trying to come up with so you could write about it. You get my train of thought, you guys? So yeah, you could end up just being someone who's very imaginative, very creative. I feel like you really think outside the box. And so yeah, you could end up being like the next George R.R. Martin, or the next Tolkien, or something like that. So yeah, what are you going to be known for? You're just going to be known as someone who is a traveler, who likes to go outside of their comfort zone and try new things. You're a great communicator. I think that people really do like to talk to you, and you're someone who's always on the go, pushing the limit. And I think that that is so incredible to see. So let's go ahead and move on, and let's take a look at your oracle cards. Okay, so Spirit, can we get some messages, please? Oh, thank you. Let's get some messages, please. For group 3, what are they going to be famous for? For group 3. Let's get one more card. For group 3, what are they going to be famous for? What are they going to be known for? And honestly, guys, I think if you do end up becoming like a famous athlete, or you end up becoming a famous YouTuber or something like that, again, I think that you are going to use your platform for so much good. You're going to use the attention that you get to help promote charities, or help other people who need it. And I see you donating a lot of money. If you have it, I see you donating it to these causes and to other people. And I just think that, again, you're going to be a light to so many people. People are just going to love you so much because you are just such a pure person. You're a happy person, and I think that people love that. Yeah, guys, literally, what have we been talking about? We have Sage coming through with spiritual cleansing. So yeah, you guys, again, with this card coming through, or excuse me, with this card and this crystal coming through, I was telling you how this talks about like a clearing out of energy. This crystal talks about being able to clear out any negative energy and just being able to have like a new beginning. And so with spiritual cleansing coming through in the Sage card, I mean, that is literally talking about what I've been talking about this whole time. So yeah, you're just gonna be known as someone who is very kind, very sweet to others. You're very generous with your loving words and even your money as well. If you have the extra money, you will donate it as much as you can, and you are just gonna make people so happy with your own happiness. Your happiness is going to be contagious. And we also have Morgan Le Fay coming through, and there's like 4 little words, keywords right here. I'm going to read it all for you. We have fate, intuition, prophecy, and magic. So yeah, I was saying before, you guys, how you're just able to see the magic in the world, in the universe. Even whenever you go through difficult times yourself, you never stop seeing the best in others and seeing the best in the world and the best out of your situation. And so again, people, they just love that about you. They love your outlook on life. You're going to be famous for that positive outlook. It's just going to be something that people love so much about you. Then with the vampire card coming through, it says makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. So you could also be someone who really lets people know whenever they are going through harder times, whenever they have someone being harder on them, being rude to them. I definitely think that you're going to be someone who is not afraid to tell them what is on your mind. You're not going to be afraid to tell them, like, hey, you're in a bad situation and you need to get out of that. Okay, because again, I was saying how you're this adventurous person, and with adventure comes a sense of boldness. I think that you are very bold. And if you look at this woman right here, like, she again is sitting there and she's looking upset, and then if you look to the side, this person is like handing like a glass in their hand. And honestly, I think that this hand right here is representing you trying to help people whenever they are going through difficult times. You could be someone, maybe one of the only people, who will be brutally honest to others. You will offer them your cup of honesty by going up to people and saying, like, hey, I see that you are going through this like toxic situation, and I'm here to tell you that you need to break up with them or this situation. You need to let this person go or let this situation go because it is not helping you. And I know you don't want to hear it, but I'm going to give you that truth anyway. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear so that you can get out of this situation and get what you deserve, right? Get the happiness that you deserve. And so people may not always be happy or thrilled to hear you and to hear your honesty, but at the end of the day, they will appreciate it. They will appreciate it because I think that they will end up listening to your advice, and they will get out of these situations and they will be able to better themselves because of it. So yes, you guys, that is what I'm seeing for you today. I hope that you have enjoyed this reading, and if you did, then please make sure to give me a really big like and to subscribe to my channel because I post new videos every Monday and every Friday, and I would love to have you stop by this side of TerraTube again sometime, okay? So I love you all so much, and I hope that you have a gorgeous rest of your day, friends. Mwah. Bye, guys.